Alright guys, sorry for the delay in the video. A lot of stuff been going on in my life. I really don't want to get into it. The reason for the video, I wanted to do an update. This is basically a follow-up to my 2.0 impression. I haven't had a lot of time to play recently, but if you notice a nice little lag spike there. I've only got to level 32 on my main here, and this is my assassin. But I'm still really enjoying the game, but I did say this is a follow-up, and there's some caveats with me still enjoying it. So let's get into that. Now, if you, I want to address, I thought somebody did bring up, and I did address that in a video. So, the pace of the game is faster, and yeah, the original was
cleansing shots
for 2.0, a more tactical approach, and I get if you like that style more, and I did enjoy the original, but as I've said in other videos, the game did not hold my attention.
Pain is salvation.
Let's just put it into perspective. I've put twice as many hours into it since coming back. Basically, it probably would be more if my wife hadn't taken an unexpected turn. But prior to 1.0 and getting frustrated with some of the things that they had done, I burn out pretty quick. And yeah, I get what they were trying to do. I prefer the more action approach. And I even addressed, I get that some people would prefer the other way. And I'm also going to say, just because we like a more action approach does not mean that we have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It just means we like a different style of game. I enjoyed the other approach too. It just got old. Now, that could also be due to other factors, and that's going to bring up the same comment. I did say that it was nice to be able to switch equipment in in the mission. That is not a feature, and if it came off that way in the first impression video of 2.0, that was not the way I intended that to come off. That should not be a feature of the patch. I praised them for putting that in, but that should have been in from the start. That is a common feature, and it makes the game more enjoyable, yes, but that is a mistake that should have never been there in the first place.
Eradicated.
If I pick up a piece of gear just like any other game, I should be able to equip that immediately. And I will give them credit for fixing that, but they should have not made that mistake. Whether it's the tactical patch 1.0 or this more action approach. And I'm not going to back down. I think this version is 100% more enjoyable. I'm still going to recommend that if this is what you're looking for, to play it. But I said this is an updated version, and I haven't played it as much as I like. That doesn't mean that I haven't encountered some bugs. So, and that's kind of what
salvation.
this is about. So well, some of my gripes. I'm not going to say bugs because I see a lot of people saying they've encountered bugs, and maybe that's in the higher level content I haven't got. But I've encountered some, and that's going to be what I focus on. I'm not going to address anything I haven't seen at all.
I found you guilty of heresy.
And the only thing I've seen, and it's happened on multiple missions, and because I knew I didn't have time, I wasn't going to be recording. So, what I've encountered, and it has happened on multiple missions, is the enemies stop. So you see me attacking here, the enemies just stop. So I can run up into the middle of them, and they do not react. And yeah, free XP, no challenge. But I'm not here for no challenge. I am here to at least have them put up a fight. I mean, it is, I don't care if, you know, I'm just blowing through them. You know, I like to see them move. So, when this happens multiple times, that is frustrating. And that needs to be addressed. I'm trying to think of the mission. It was a side. It was one of the side quests. Can't remember the name of it.
Cleansing shots fired.
Either way, that was one of the ones that really frustrated me because it was the last one of the chain, and it was a boss fight. And there were a ton of enemies on the screen, and they all just stopped moving. And it looked like it was going to be a pretty fun mission that might actually be a little challenging because of all of the
purified,
you know, monsters, or not monsters, you know, all the things on the screen. But nope. And you know, then I was doing a mission like this one.
I found you
just
guilty.
Playing around.
Heresy.
And what happens?
Point of entry established.
They freeze, and it happened multiple times in that mission.
Warning. Hostile
So these are things that really need to be fixed because it's really not fun. So with that out of the way, I actually have seen one other bug, and that is in regards to the inventory. I've not seen items appear in the inventory, and when that happens, I've had to back out to the main screen and then come back in, and then they will appear. That's frustrating. So these are frustrating issues, and what makes it worse is that the patch itself was delayed. So if there are other bugs, I haven't encountered them yet. And, you know, I'm not going to report on things I haven't seen. Now, while they're frustrating, they're not game-breaking to me. Because I've played games where it's constant crashes to desktop. So, I can still play the game. I'm still having a blast playing the game. I'm still going to recommend the game. But this is going to get into my next point. Next area of frustration for me. And this is the one that really gets on my nerves too. So I'm getting a ton more gear to drop than before. Ton. But when it comes to meaningful gear, inoculators, get a ton of those, constant like upgrades. And I would even go so far as to say they're kind of side grades. It's a constant, when you look at the quality level, it'll be a +1. And you know, if you're like me, when you're leveling a character, you want that, it doesn't have to be massive upgrades. We're not talking like, oh man, this is a +25 quality and like look at all the DPS it adds. But when I'm leveling, especially in a game like this, where versus like say I'm gonna say Path of Exile or even Diablo, where you know like every time I level up I get a shiny new skill to drag me along. You know, you get that exciting feeling. It's nice when you get a drop, and even if it's a side grade of +2, +3 quality, give me a choice.
Target eliminated.
You know, make me choose, but it's nice to get those inoculators or the relics. But what
Eradicated.
I never get are armor pieces. So I've had to take to crafting to get my armor.
Target.
And it's nice that that's an option. But I do think that I should at least get quality armor drops. And yeah, maybe that's just my bad luck. Because somebody else may come along and say, well, I get armor constantly. But I don't have that luck. And I personally think that that needs to be addressed. Constantly having to craft armor is frustrating. And when I say this, the reason I get so frustrated is I'm talking, what was the piece I got 2 days ago when I played? I think the best armor drop I got that day was like a -24 in quality. And I don't even care to take a downgrade in quality if the stats on it offer me, you know, a good choice. But the -24, that's a red flag from the beginning. But you are looking at huge drops in the secondary stats, in your DPS, and that's frustrating. It really is. So there's still some areas that the
Cleansing shots fired.
or that Neo Core needs to address. But you know, I found my way around it. I salvage my gear,
Objectives are met. All data
and
servers are
I
now
just
in
craft now.
inquisitorial custody.
Target
Praise
inside.
the Omnisire.
So either way, you know, it's still gonna get my recommendation. And if you're watching this video when I post it, you will you can still catch it on sale right now, and I highly recommend it. And I still 100% get people who may be hesitant to take the jump, but I've definitely gonna keep playing it. I just haven't had a lot of time. I may address what's the delay in my videos. I may do that in the future. It's just not the right time for me, but I'm definitely gonna keep keep playing this. I've seen people talk about those bugs. I want to keep playing. I want to see if there's something in these higher level missions that's not rearing its head yet in the story missions. So right now, just in this content, I'm seeing 32, and here is still going to get my recommendation. I don't see anything wrong. I do believe, from what I've seen, that they've done a really good job. I do think there's some unacceptable bugs, but they are minor annoyances. No crashes to desktop for me. Like I said, the items, they could definitely do work on those some more. But also, it is the leveling experience for me, so that's not a big deal at this point. It's just, I like that little carrot on a stick that keeps stringing you along. Like, I can't wait for the next mission to see what I'm going to get. So I'm going to keep putting these out because also I'm a very stubborn player when it comes to playing. So like if I play the assassin, I typically will play it melee. But if you notice, I was using the sniper rifle, and I just did that out of boredom, really, just hanging around through it on. And that's when I finally, the whole class system in this game, like the obviousness of it really hit me, like the armor abilities. And I'm probably going to roll a sniper. I really want to go back to my Crusaders because the armor abilities are so unique, and it makes like playing the designated sniper class that much better. So I'm going to probably play some more of those, but I really want to get this character up to max level so I can definitely see what's going on up there. But for now, I still think 2.0 is great, and I'm definitely going to give it a recommendation. If you're coming to check this out and you were hoping for that style from 1.0, if that's 100% what you're looking for, you may be disappointed because it is a faster paced game, but I think it's better for it. That is my personal opinion. But I also enjoyed 1.0, so you take that for what it's worth. But I do believe it's a better game for the faster style. So until next time, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like what you saw, be sure to give me a like. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. You're going to have some more Inquisitor videos coming. Prophecy's looming, and I will be sure to do some videos on that. So until next time, thanks for watching.